So welcome to Off the Record, and I'm in what city are we in?
Newport.
We're in
Newport
Newport Beach.
The French guy does So welcome to Off the Record, and I'm in Newport Beach in California, and we have.
I'm Bethany.
I'm Trevor, and we're Sands on Sapphires.
And where are you guys from?
We're from Vancouver, BC, Canada.
Canada, Canadians. And so you got a new record out. And what's
New
the
single.
New single?
Yeah.
Yep.
What's the name of the single?
Well, we have one out right now called. Sorry.
My Affliction.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'll just do that question
Okay.
again.
Yeah.
So what's the name of the single?
We have a single out called My Affliction. That's our latest one. And we have another one coming out in a few days called Never Getting In.
Wow, cool. And where did you record?
Just in our home, like in our apartment.
Yeah, rock and
Home
roll.
studio.
Yep. And we was discussing earlier today, so you did all the tracking. What kind of drums did you use?
We use the drummer in Logic Pro, and then we kind of mess with that, and then I transferred it to MIDI data, and then did some extra.
Processing.
Yeah, processing there and whatnot.
And for guitar tones, what did you use for guitars?
I use the Neural DSP Plenty plugin.
Aussie.
Yeah.
And so you must play a Strandberg, right?
I do have a Strandberg.
There we go. And what was the finishing process? What did you do with the track then?
So we kind of took some courses on how to mix our own music. So
Sick.
we learned from knowing absolutely nothing about recording and mixing to mixing both of our singles to professional level. We actually had them reviewed by professional mixers,
Wow.
get some feedback, do a few tweaks, and then had them mastered online as well. And so they stand up to any studio recording, but we
Or
did it
anything.
in our living room.
I think that's a really progressive process that you actually got feedback from some pros.
Yeah, absolutely. We wanted to be like, we might think it sounds good, but like you
Right.
need to be able to put your ego aside and make sure that you're not
Yeah,
missing
yeah.
something.
You need someone who has no attachment.
Yeah.
Right? To just
We're not
kind of
attached to
listen.
it.
Fresh ears.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, fresh ears. Cool. And then how did you master it?
So we actually use an online mastering service. There's two options. There's one called Lander. That one we used for My Affliction. And then for our new single coming out, we actually used eMastered. They're both really
Okay.
great options because, again, they're not biased. They just listen and analyze your track, boost what needs to be boosted, and you have a little bit of control of the end product, what you kind of want it to sound like. They'll master that for you.
So these guys are really inspiring because if they don't know anything, they find out. They get a
You
top.
too.
That's what you gotta do, man. You just gotta figure it out, right?
So any other lessons that you learned, like tracking guitars and all that kind of business for all the tech heads?
I would say, I mean, just for me, as far as like tracking guitars, just like the basics of getting like a big guitar sound, you know, double one on each side and then something up the middle, or
Okay.
making sure that you're not doing too much, because a couple of our tracks we had maybe a bit too much going on, and we got some feedback of like, oh, like there's not enough dynamics to the song, so we actually pulled out some guitars here and there to kind of just make the song have very different parts to give it a bit more feel.
Right.
So just stuff like that.
Yeah, and the solos, were they all live in one take, or did you comp them?
I comped them. I did My Affliction has a solo. The second one doesn't really. It's more of just like an instrumental breakdown with the bass player.
Awesome.
The My Affliction solo is kind of like broken up into two parts. The first part's played over the verse riff, and then the second part's played over the pre-chorus riff. So to write it, I basically just put on the backing of the rhythm or the chord, the verse and the pre-chorus, and just
Looped
jammed
it.
over it.
Looped it?
Yeah, for a while until I had
Yeah.
something I liked, and then I recorded it. I tried to do it in one take, but I had to do some
Yeah.
punch-ins here and there.
I think that's the good thing about technology, because if you loop as you said, there was the chorus and the pre-chorus?
Verse and pre-chorus.
Verse and pre-chorus, then you get into the headspace of what the energy of the song, what it needs.
Exactly.
So you keep
Absolutely.
looping. And I didn't identify clearly who does what in the band.
Oh, I'm guitar player and some backing vocals here and there.
I do main vocals, so I'm the singer.
A producer?
Got guess I'm kind of the producer.
Yeah.
I was waiting for that.
I've always wanted. I do most of the mixing and stuff, and she handles a lot of the.
I handle the like management PR, like the
Yeah.
background stuff. Yeah.
We're the most important.
Well, it's all important.
I know.
Big
I'm
picture.
teasing. I'm
Good
teasing.
answer.
Well, good answer. Good answer.
Great answer.
So it's a team effort, yin and yang. You need to get it together.
Yeah,
So yeah,
totally.
excellent. Well, thank you very much for coming along. It was great to meet you both.
Awesome to meet
And
you.
happy
Awesome
New
to
Year.
meet you, Doug.
Yeah, so please check these guys out. I'll put the little website here or up here or down somewhere. I will get that from them. Or not the website, the Spotify.
Yes, we're on
Yeah.
Spotify, iTunes, everything.
You want to say, do you have a website?
We do.
Yeah.
Our website is our band name, which again is stands on Sapphires. So we're just standsonsapphires.com.
Cool. Sick. See you again next time.
Yep.
Thank you, guys.